Hello?
There we go.
Yeah. We back in the beat. We back in the beat.
Wait, the picture. Now we're unmuted. Whoever's watching. Yeah, block that again. It's the one that says podcast. No, top, right there.
I'm sorry.
We back in the beat.
You gotta stop the heroin, Devin. We can't keep doing this. I'm just kidding.
I gotta chase the dragon, man.
We sent you to rehab 14 times already.
Yeah, you know the massive success.
The massive success and the it's like you're living the rock star life. the rock star podcast life.
One of these days, boys.
Wake up podcast.
I can't
heroin.
wait to do. Yeah.
And then rehash. Okay, here we go. Starting the episode in 3, 2, 1. Yo, and hello and welcome to GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go up for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast and Facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Be sure to go ahead and join our ever-growing community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games, battle and catch Pokemon, get show updates, find friends to play games with, and so much more. And this show is 3 BFFs bringing you the hottest video game news of the week. I'm one of your hosts, Jamal Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Bass and Devin Mayer.
We the best. What's his name? His name just completely.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
Khaled.
Do I sound quiet?
How could
to
you
y'all?
forget DJ Khaled's name? Oh,
Another one.
Speak
Apparently,
something
he
now?
not the best. Do I sound quiet? I feel like
Maybe like slightly quiet.
Wait,
I'll just speak up.
you don't sound quite.
In my own headphones, I do. Y'all sound super clear, but it's fine.
I don't care that mine's not movie quality. It's okay.
What's up, boys? How's it going?
What's been going on?
Oh, not much. What have you guys been up to?
No, I mean, actually, I've been playing a lot of games this week, but
love
just
that.
one specifically.
We played but we'll get into that in a second.
But I've been watching some stuff too.
Well, yeah, what's everybody been watching? Because Brent's been watching something. I've been watching something. Now Devin's saying he's been watching something.
Yeah.
So let's get into that. What's everybody been watching?
Well, I watched that new episode that they put out for Invincibles. I thought it was going to be like a whole spin-off, but I think it's just
a single episode.
Adam-
of the new
It's like
season?
a prequel thing.
Adam Eve. Yeah, it's like telling like the backstory of the one pink chick with her powers and stuff.
Yeah.
Which now that they do that, she seems pretty fucking OP. But that was really
honestly-
good. The fights in it were pretty good. Like
I'm gonna have to check it out. I need to rewatch the whole first season of
Me too.
Invincible.
It's
'cause
been so
long.
I almost forgot
Dude.
everything about
Yes.
it. Honestly, like
I don't know if I want to go through that again though.
Yeah, it's
it was
a lot.
brutal.
Especially the last episode. Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
was rough.
It's a very brutal show.
But no, just been watching that, rewatching The Boys because I just ran out of shit to watch.
I can't do
Like-
that. That's also brutal. Yeah, I can't like rewatch something like that long and that brutal. I feel like
Dude, The Boys is just so good. Like it's done. The acting in that is so well done. Like all the actors do a really good job in that show, and the production quality is really high. And it's also just a really good story. I'm a big I'm a big superhero
Yeah.
nerd, so it hits all the right fucking.
the actors are really
Really good.
hitting the mark on that one.
Dude, yeah. I this is my second or third time watching season 1 again because I watched it with my brother in the past, and but like this third time now, I'm like really analyzing it, and I'm like, damn. I was like, their acting is fucking on point.
it's also
Like-
because you haven't really ever seen these actors in anything else, so they just kind of exist as
Except
those
for the
characters.
fucking shitty movie that I watched yesterday. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in Huey's in Oppenheimer.
Yes, he is.
Oh, so you
Huey
saw-
though. Yeah, he's the only one that's in other stuff though. That's
Well, and Carl Urban. I mean, Carl
Urban though, he's an amazing actor, so he becomes anything he
Anthony
is. You know, like when
Mackie's
he
in a lot of stuff. Or
Is he?
wait, is
That's
that
not Anthony
Oh,
Mackie.
okay, I get them
No,
confused.
no,
Is that
he
wrong
does,
with
like-
me? Like they
No,
look a lot alike, dude.
I can definitely see him and Anthony Mackie
Like,
look similar.
Wait, so that's
Homelander is
not
not
Anthony
really in
Mackie?
anything.
A-Train is not Anthony Mackie.
Wait,
no.
who is that?
Anthony Mackie is
Who's A Train?
A-Train
It's
is
A-Train,
the
dude.
blue fast.
No, I mean like who plays him?
Oh, I don't know the actor's name.
That's what I'm saying. They're like they're not that well known, so it's like they are those characters
Bro,
to
he-
You're thinking of
He's straight up-
Anthony Starr as Homelander.
I want a movie where Anthony Mackie and that guy face off, bro.
I think that was the whole point, was to make him look like, like Anthony Mackie, like that kind of like
Why?
Marvel.
Well, they're supposed
because
Well, no, there's supposed to be a spinoff of Justice League.
yeah, that's what.
So
But
then-
also, it's just like with the Marvel and everything going on, I think they wanted to draw that crowd, so they're like kind of
But is
parodying
Anthony
it.
Mackie in a Marvel thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's an Avenger. The Hawk.
Oh yeah.
No,
he
not
is.
Hawk.
Okay.
Captain America, dude. Right?
Fucking-
No, you're right. Yeah,
Goddamn
I
Falcon.
remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. I swear that's why they just like
Well,
knew
yeah,
they were
now
like
he's Captain America technically.
yeah. So it's like but they're amazing. They're all
But no,
amazing.
But no, the reason it's not because I haven't seen them in anything else. I'm kind of basing it on other shit that I've watched recently, and like the bar for acting has gone down in a lot of shows here lately. Like you'll see these
Well, yeah.
big fucking production shows and like huge budgets, and then the acting is just fucking shit, like subpar. I don't know.
I
Fucking
feel that.
Speaking of well, no, the opposite of what you're saying. I would say it's good acting. You mentioned Yellowjackets the other day. Have you been watching that?
I haven't watched. More than like 2 episodes at the
I've
beginning.
not
I've
heard
meant
of
to go
this.
back though. It's really.
Oh my gosh,
I
it's
enjoyed
good.
what I watched though. Yeah.
It's really good.
My girlfriend was like, "You gotta watch it." So.
It picks up like like right after.
I meant to watch it. I just haven't gone back. I've been playing too many games and stuff lately, and
Basically, it's like Lord of the Flies, but with like a girls' soccer team, and then there's a bunch of twists going on. Like it goes back and forth, like between the survivors, like in 2021, and then the like back whenever it actually happened in like 1996 or something, like whenever the plane crashed, and you're like trying to put everything together on like why did these people survive and what happened to the people that didn't survive, and
What
it just
platform is this on?
Prime.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah,
no, it's.
I haven't seen anything
it?
like that on Prime.
it is Prime.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's Prime. Yellowjackets is Prime.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not Paramount Plus or something.
No, it might be because Prime and Paramount are like a thing now.
Let me just do a little search ski real quick
Yeah.
just to make sure.
But I'm pretty sure it's Prime. But definitely watch it. I'm telling you, if you want a good show, and it's got
If it's on
2
Prime,
seasons.
I'm down to give it a try. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's very like it's another brutal show.
Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus,
Oh, okay.
Then I'm not
but
gonna
it's
have it.
also on
It's got to be on Prime because
Prime.
that's
It
where I'm
says if
watching
you
it.
have a premium
You have to
subscription, you
have-
can watch it on Prime too. Yeah, you can also watch it on Showtime Anywhere if you got that, or Showtime
No.
Anytime.
Wait, if
And
you
Hulu.
have what on
It
Prime?
seems like it's on Hulu too, apparently. So it's
Yeah.
on a lot of shit. So fucking just go watch it.
Yeah. But I guarantee you, I've been watching it on Prime. I must have the premium account.
I think
don't
a
know.
lot of those are connected somehow. I don't know. It's weird.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you can do like subscriptions through Prime with those different things. It's
Mm.
weird. You can add it to your. It'll like just tack on to your Amazon account.
And you're paying like an extra $1,000 a year.
Fuck yeah. Dude, yeah. Speaking of, I need to get rid of HBO. Like I'm paying for HBO.
There's
I
I
had
had
to get rid
nothing
of Game
on there.
Pass,
I hadn't
bro.
watched
I don't
jack
ever use
shit
Game
on it.
Pass.
Starfield's like next month. You choose now to get rid of it. You gotta wait.
guess
Oh yeah,
I
you're
just-
gonna buy Starfield.
I'll probably just buy it.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm so stoked.
me too.
Oh, I watched a fucking Idiocracy for the first time this past week.
Oh hell yeah!
How
Like,
is
I've never seen it, and I always heard about
It's a
it.
good movie.
It's fucking hilarious. It's so stupid, but it's it's great.
You know the in that movie they like chose Crocs.
Yeah.
Because they thought they were stupid and nobody would ever wear
Yep.
them, and then they got like really popular.
Yeah, I listened to the podcast that he was on. He was talking about that. Yeah, he's like, I had one of my like set producers or whatever. I was like, hey, just find just the stupidest shoes that we can find for this movie, and they brought him Crocs, and that would also look futuristic, and that's what they brought him. And then lo and behold, because this is like in
Everybody's got Crocs.
2003 or 2006 that this movie was made.
Man,
Mhm.
yeah.
So, but yeah, that movie was fun. I just had to watch because I always heard about it for the longest time. It's like a cult classic of sorts. So it was good.
Good one.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah. So what you watch, Brent? Tell us
Oh
about.
God. Yeah. So I watched Oppenheimer yesterday. It was pretty like boring. I don't
Really?
know. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I had a good time watching it.
I
you
have been
know?
hearing nothing but good about that
Yeah,
movie.
me too. I was super excited to go see it, and fucking, it's basically just 3 hours of Oppenheimer like cheating on his wife and fucking like, okay, no, let me break this down. It's about an hour and a half of Oppenheimer cheating on his wife, like 20 minutes of him making the bomb and detonating the bomb, fucking like 5 minutes of every important revelation in the movie, fucking, and another hour and a half of just fucking like. Ah, man, like him, like being accused of being a fucking communist, and then a bunch of people sitting in a room talking about it. Like, and they're all talking really fast. Like the whole movie, it's like super long movie, but it's like they crammed in so much dialogue that they all have to talk like this. That it's like that we gotta really get all the dialogue.
tensions
out.
are high.
Like we gotta build a bomb. It's fucking.
I just
And then
imagine
like they
them all
talk
sitting
about
there.
all these practical effects in the movie. Like, okay, they're like, oh, this movie's gonna have some crazy practical.
Did they set
effects.
off an actual
You gotta
nuke?
see it in IMAX, bro. Literally, like it gets to the single explosion in the whole movie. Fucking the Trinity test. Fucking. They're like, all right, let's hit the button, and like the whole movie, there's just been random explosion noises going off in the background and rumblings and fucking just crazy Christopher Nolan bullshit, you know. And then finally, we get to the climax of like the whole movie, and like they're about to hit the button, and they like, all right, let's do it, and they hit the button, and like the flash goes off, and like it's just
Credits roll.
It's just
Yeah.
fucking Josh Peck sitting there with like this fucking bright light on him, and he's just like. And it's like, and then it cuts to all the people with the bright light on them, and then it cuts to like the fucking explosion itself, and it's just like, it's like literally just like a close up on like fire, like that's it. Like it's just like the whole screen is just like,
Which they show that in the trailer.
yeah, it's like everything you've seen in the trailer is literally
All the good stuff.
and most of the shit in the trailer is literally not even from the explosion. It's just from him like hallucinating and having like flashbacks and shit. Like it's I can't express to you how boring that fucking
Gather
movie
yourself,
is,
Brent.
and also like just how much I don't give a shit about like half the stuff. I don't know, man. It's like they kept trying to name drop fucking like, you know, famous, you know, history people. They're like, oh, here's Albert Einstein, and he'll just like stumble up from a pond and be like, oh, why is Einstein things to say? And then he'll just walk off. I don't know, man. It was.
It's like, is that Abraham Lincoln?
It was trying
This
so
is like not
hard,
even
dude,
at the
like-
same time. Like they just start bringing in random historical figures.
And then like they had this big twist where like I'm not gonna ruin anything, but like there's a big twist at the end. It's just
Well,
like
Sounds to me like you should have went and saw Barbie.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking joking. I would have rather watched. Like I can 100% guarantee you, I would have rather watched Barbie. Like,
Dude, I saw. So I live. Y'all know where I live in the Woodlands. I'm like 2 blocks away from the movie theaters and all that shit. Like everything. And anytime I go to HEB, I have to drive past all that.
Yeah.
And I went to HEB and I saw like 7 troops of girls in just the brightest pink fucking outfits you could possibly imagine, like in droves, just going to that movie.
hell yeah.
Yeah, yes,
I
sir.
heard it's doing really good in the box office right now. Like the best since
70,
Avatar. Or
70
some shit.
million or something.
I think it's like 150 million
Oh,
or
really?
something right now. It's doing stupid good. Like,
Yeah, yesterday we went to some place in the Woodlands, like for my nephew to play some games, and they live
Dave
over
and
there
Buster's?
by Dave and Buster's. I don't know why I couldn't remember.
some
it for now.
place in the Woodlands.
Well, because I was thinking of the waffle place we went after for some reason, and it's literally right across the street from Dave
There's
and
a
Buster's.
waffle place?
It's literally called like the Dolly Llama, and it's like a llama is their logo, but they sell ice cream and waffles. Like it's a
really random.
it's
But I'm
so-
I'm
so
having a
down
hard
to
time
go
making
there.
It's
those
so good,
connections.
dude. but anyways, we were outside of the movie theater, like over there.
It's
like,
this place called the Jolly Frog, and they serve scones and biscuits, bro, and they're just fucking crazy. You gotta
Could have gone
go.
with something a little more Belgian themed.
I don't know, dude. But fucking, it was good. But anyways, we were over there to get them because they live near the movie theater, like where you live. And so Nickelback was playing at the Mitchellwood Pavilion right there. So you see these droves of people going to see Nickelback, and they look exactly like what you imagine people going to see Nickelback look like.
Just
and then
you and
on
me? Like what?
yeah, no, like 45-year-old, like 45-year-old to 50-year-old, like women, like trying to dress all rocker and stuff like that, and like and their husbands like who wear like the country like.
That'd be cool if them and all the Barbie bitches got in a big fight, and it was like.
And then you saw on the other side of the street going to the movie theater all the droves of like hot pink and like all like just ridiculous Barbie outfits and shit like that. So yeah, it was very interesting.
That sounds really cool.
Visual.
Yeah.
What'd you do? What'd you break?
My leg. No, I dropped my phone.
Leg.
Sorry.
But yeah, so that was about it for me.
Yeah. I can't think. I don't
I'm
think
just
I watched
imagining this
anything
like massive brawl between Barbie chicks and like Nickelback
We all just
dudes.
wanna be.
Yeah, I was out Saturday night in the Woodlands, and there was like several groups of girls dressed up, which you would think they went to Barbie, but they actually went to Shania Twain in all pink.
Oh, let's go, girls.
I was
Yeah.
like, what? I didn't understand that. But apparently it was like a thing. That was like the theme for
Wait, so okay,
Shania
can we
Twain.
back this up? Shania Twain was playing.
Yeah.
Dude, there was
I'd
like
have
Sublime.
I would have.
So it was 3
This
nights in a
was-
row.
Yeah, this weekend was a freaking banger for the
It was,
Woodlands
it
Pavilion.
was a trio. It was Sublime the first night.
What?
Then it was
Yeah.
Shania Twain the next night, and then Nickelback the next night.
I'm not joking. I would go to all three of those.
Dude,
concerts.
I wouldn't go to Sublime, but
Guess-
I'd go to Shania Twain and
I would
I'd go to
Nickelback.
Sublime.
unironically go to all three of those concerts.
Well, next weekend, Saturday, me, my brother, and my cousin are going to be going to Disturbed and Breaking Benjamin.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, hopefully. We haven't bought the tickets yet. But
Dang, that
lawn
sounds
ticket,
dope.
lawn seats should still be
I'd
available.
love to go to Breaking Benjamin.
Next month in Houston at the White Oak Music Hall, Tenacious D is going to be playing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
They still haven't sold out all their tickets, which surprises
Dude,
me.
I'll go. How much is it?
It's like 80 something bucks, like for lawn tickets. But you're like, there's lawn tickets or there's because it's the White Oak Music Hall. It's not a big place. There's literally like lawn tickets or a balcony, like which is like $200. And like if you're on the balcony, you're further away than if you just get the lawn tickets and you're like right there.
Screw
It's
that.
like, why would you pay for the fucking balcony? I want to be right there. I want to see Jack
Yeah.
Black and Kyle Gass.
Dude, that'd
That'd
be
be really
so
cool.
fucking cool.
Yeah,
And
I saw the set list, and they play it like the metal. They got
sick.
Kickapoo,
They play Wonder Boy. At
Wonder
all?
Boy. What was the Exploder? What's it called?
Master
Master Exploder. They got
greatest-
like everything.
greatest song in the world
Yes, tribute.
or tribute. Yeah, tribute.
Yeah,
all of
I'm
it's on
sold.
there.
That sounds amazing.
Fucking
Yeah,
oh.
just to see Jack Black in real life would be really cool. I don't,
Dude, yeah, like-
that
Just to
alone
feel
is
his
worth $80.
presence.
Like,
God.
yeah.
The dude's got to have just some crazy fucking just presence and aura that he puts out. He seems like a cool dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Jack Black is a legend.
His
I did
YouTube
not
channel is
mean-
hilarious. Have you ever watched his YouTube
Oh
stuff?
yeah, dude.
No, I
It's
haven't.
excellent. Like he's got a lot of.
I
lot
wonder
of
if he's gonna
stuff.
sing Peaches.
Oh, dude, I bet you he does for
If he-
sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Peaches.
All right, I'm about to have to go get some tickets for that. I think that's
Dude.
dope.
For sure.
But yeah,
Anyway.
for some reason, but going back, the pavilion has like nothing but like big people all summer for some fucking reason. An outdoor venue, and they won't have all the big hits come during the summer. I don't understand.
They always do that shit, but
Yeah.
the problem is that it's Texas.
I know. Like, why would you not do it in like spring and fall? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like. They don't have hardly shit going on spring and fall. Like, there's a couple here and there, but all summer it is nothing but big names going through there.
It's like, yeah, we're about to feel fucking terrible. Let's go.
They just passed out from heat exhaustion. Oh, they're down too. Like, fucking-
For real, fuck that.
Whenever I went to go listen to, I like walked out to the lawn just to go, or like outside, there's like a big green outside of the pavilion just to hear Fall Out Boy for a little bit for shits and giggles. And even they were like, damn, it's fucking hot out here. Like,
Fall Out Boy sounds funny from far away. Like, I know you heard Patrick say, "Is this more?" It sounded so fucking funny, dude.
hearing them there, yeah, it sounded weird. But when I went to the Hella Mega Tour, which was like Green Day, Fallout, and Weezer, all of them just performed like it was straight off their
Amazingly.
fucking albums.
Yeah.
Dude. That shit was crazy.
I
That's
think
dope.
the older they get, the less they care. Like, I think that's what it is. I think like the hype around like being the up and coming like young band, and then like just now you're just Fall Out Boy playing like your old songs.
I don't know, man. Not at the Hella Mega Tour. They went all fucking.
Well, they
out.
had just came back at that point.
Was it really?
Yeah, from
Oh,
hiatus.
Yeah. Well, and COVID was also just now
Yeah.
ending too, so like nobody really got to perform a lot. That was like one of the first like concert tours that started going again after COVID.
There's probably something to the acoustics
caught
of being
fucking
standing like
COVID.
right in front of it too. You
Oh
know
yeah,
what
just
I mean? Like,
blasting in your face.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
anyways,
yeah, I definitely want to go to a show soon, but like before I get too deep into my 30s and I can't enjoy it.
Before you're too old to have
Yeah.
fun anymore.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like I still want to get in the mosh pit, like I like if
Oh, no, I'm
if something
good.
goes down, and but like not like mosh where you're like punching people in the face, but like the normal pop punk moshes where everybody helps each other up if
it's
you
not
go
a
down
real
and stuff
mosh
like
pit,
that.
Jamel.
That's a fun pit. That's what it is. That's the type of pop punk, shit that I've always liked. It's like the community. Everybody's just like, yeah, we fucking love this band. We're all gonna fucking swing our arms around, and if somebody goes down, we all help each other up.
Yeah.
I miss that shit.
Like some Battle of the Bands fucking mosh pits back in the day. Did y'all ever go to Battle of the Bands? Back
We
in the
played Battle of the
Yeah,
Bands.
we did.
Oh,
Traumatic memories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
good
good
times.
old, the
Yeah.
good old days.
But
I miss the old pop punk scene. That shit was so fun.
same. Yeah.
So time long gone.
Yeah. I wonder if like older people felt that way about like, Led Zeppelin and shit, or like, hair
Had
metal
to,
bands.
dude. Could you imagine living in the 70s or 80s at that age too, like, and being a part of those cultures? And shit?
When Kiss was blowing up and like all those types of bands,
Dude.
I imagine they did like similar things where like, yeah, we followed the band around, the states.
Our
Fucking-
kids are gonna be like, I remember when Little Pump was cool.
Oh god.
Yeah, they have nothing. Like, they don't get bands. They get like
There's got to be something cool.
Like,
some good
20
artists.
different Lils. We only had like the one. We had Lil
We had
Wayne.
a couple littles.
Yeah, but we
We
had
had
Lil
Lil
Wayne.
Flip, Lil Wayne.
But Lil Wayne was the only one that really mattered. Lil Flip was good.
Little Flip mattered in
I don't
Houston.
even-
In Houston. I'm talking like on a broad, like
Mega stars.
yeah, I'm talking like Blink 182 level, like I'm talking Green Day level,
Lil Boosie was around before Lil Wayne.
Was Lil Boosie Lil Wayne level though?
No.
I mean, he was
He-
popular. He was
He
relevant.
he was really popular among like the actual like rap fans and shit. He was
Yeah.
never mainstream. I don't think Lil Boosie was ever considered mainstream though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
but everybody knows him. If you're like a popular rapper, like you know who Lil Boosie is. You know
Well,
what
yeah,
I mean?
but I'm saying like as far as like mainstream, like people who don't really listen to rap
I'm
don't
just
know
saying,
who Lil Boosie
There's
is.
been
but-
Lils in the game for a minute.
there's
you
been
know?
there's definitely been Lils.
What about that guy who sang that song? It's like Oxycontin, Xanax bars. That guy was fucking around that time.
Was he a Lil?
Lil White.
I've never heard of that. Yeah.
You heard that song?
I haven't. No, I mean, if I have what you just sang of it, I
Didn't-
have no idea what
yeah,
you're talking
Didn't know
about.
the artist. I
I
don't
bet
even
you.
know the song. We'll have to listen to it after the show.
All I'm saying though is the Lil game got a lil too far. All right, we get like literally, it's like Lil Pump, Lil fucking
Xan.
Lil Xan, Lil what's the dude who died?
Pick a random word and you'll probably land on one.
There's
Lil-
just too
Lil,
many of them.
and then
My
just
problem is there's not
insert.
enough bigs. There's just Big Sean
There's
yeah.
Biggie Smalls.
and Biggie Smalls.
Yeah.
What other big artists are
maybe it's
there?
respect at a Biggie.
But also, I think
Maybe.
like Big would like refer to like their like so like Biggie Smalls was big. Big
is
Sean
not
has a big. I think that was his whole thing.
Isn't
is
he
that
kind of a small dude
I
though?
don't know.
he's a
man.
small dude, but
I
he
think
had a
he's just
whole
saying he's,
song
like,
about how he has a big
metaphorically
penis.
Big. Does he?
He literally has a whole song about that's why they call him Big Sean. And what's her name is on it? Who?
She's like, yeah, that's why they call him
always-
Big
it's
Sean.
always-
I'm not
ones-
kidding. What's her name? The one from she was big forever. Nicki Minaj. Literally, they
that
had,
was just a guess.
yeah. His Nicki Minaj. Literally, the whole song was about it.
Look, I'm not doubting that, but you can't just like.
You
Usually
can make
it's-
your whole name around that. You know what I'm saying?
Usually it's the ones that brag about it that ain't got it. I'm just saying.
What? Yeah. This.
It's a
All I'm saying
facade.
is there should be more big. If we're gonna have this many Lils, we need some. Like I think Big Zan would have been a cool name. You know?
Big Zan. Yeah.
That sounds dope.
I think it just kind of like when you say it though, you imagine them as being like bigger.
Big.
You know, like you imagine like
Yeah.
I don't
don't
know,
feel
like
like you
Fat
would've-
Joe.
Like,
You know, like,
yeah.
it-
Yeah, no, that's
It's
fair.
kind of like descriptive almost. Like Lil just sounds like, oh, he's cool. Like you don't actually imagine a miniature human. Like you just like, oh, it's Lil Xan.
But I feel like
know?
you don't have to be little to be a little.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
You don't
saying?
have to be.
You also don't have to be big.
But you do if you say big.
I don't necessarily. Big Sean is a prime
Big Sean,
example.
yeah, he's not a
He's
big
not
dude.
big, and we
Yeah.
can say it's all about
He's
his
not a
dick or
big dude that
whatever.
we know of.
Yeah, I
You know
said
what
that
I'm
we have visually seen. We don't know, but according to him, he's big. All right, like if you can go on your song and just say that, I feel like you have some confidence in it.
I'm just saying you can be big. You know what I mean? You can just mentally be big. It works.
That's
that
true.
way,
That's
you
true.
know what I mean?
You could be mentally big, Sean. Big brain, Sean.
Yeah.
No, I feel you on that. I don't think there was enough bigs. You're right. Or they could have done like large Sean.
The only other
you know?
big artists I can think of are like really obscure. You know, there's
Fucking-
one called Big Scoob.
I've literally never heard of
No,
him.
you wouldn't have. He's very underground.
What a tangent. How,
Yeah.
how the fuck did we even get here?
I don't know. It's all right. We don't have much news to get into anyway.
No,
so-
I know. I was just trying to like trace back the rabbit hole that we just crawled into, and I think it started with movie theater,
Yeah, definitely.
and then it ended with
No, it started with
music,
concerts.
rappers, and Lil.
Yeah.
No, but before that, we were talking about
Oppenheimer.
yeah, because it went from one thing to one thing to one thing to one thing. That was a-
Speaking of the ops, what have you guys been playing?
Yeah, yeah. What's everybody been playing
Dude,
game wise?
Well, I've been playing a new game this week and been thoroughly enjoying it. Might I say? It is. I haven't gotten Vertigo. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
You told me to get Vertigo. I do want to get that. The game's like,
Vertigo 2 is honestly
Or
way better than
Verti-
the first one. I would honestly just
I'm-
skip the first
no,
one.
I mean
only.
two. I meant
Yeah.
two. Yeah. No, but I got Remnant 2.
Ooh,
And I didn't
I've
play-
heard it's good.
I didn't play Remnant from the Ashes, which is the first one, but
Mhm.
I heard that the second one is just way better in every single
It's
form
getting
or
good
fashion.
reviews, yeah.
Dude, it is fun as fuck.
Really?
The world design is super cool.
Like a Souls-like game, right?
Yeah, it's like Destiny and Elden Ring had a bastard child, and this was it. And it's third person though; it's not first person, but it's a shooter.
You don't need to play the first one to understand.
No.
No, not really.
It's like a lesser version. That's all. It was like a prototype
but
version
there,
of what
well,
this
there is story, but it's really not that important to this.
Is it
to the second one.
multiplayer?
Yeah, it's 3-player co-op.
Oh, you gotta
Um,
holler at me. I'll get
But
that shit.
but dude, it's fucking dope. Like the bosses in it are sweet. The level design, and you go through entire like different realms and stuff, and explore a bunch and kill things. And some stuff is easy to kill, but then other shit will just fuck your day. And then if you die, you get sent back to whatever checkpoint you hit last, and everything respawns, just kind of like Elden Ring and whatnot.
but with guns. It's a
but
little,
yeah, but with guns.
It's just Dark Souls with guns, and then it's also a looter shooter. So like you're picking up shit
A
every time.
little bit, yeah. It's not like the enemies actually don't. Only the bosses drop loot, but the regular enemies don't really drop loot. They drop materials and stuff, and then you'll find chests here and there throughout the map. And there's some hidden shit too.
Yeah. Apparently, there's like 400 plus hours of gameplay in it.
Yeah, the main story is apparently super short, but going through and 100%ing these realms is a long endeavor. And then you've got different difficulties that you can run it through as well.
That's dope.
But the enemy design is really cool. The level design is really cool. And the fucking boss design. There was one boss that thoroughly impressed me. It took me about 30 fucking tries, but it was so fucking cool, dude. Like, do you want me to just tell you?
Yeah, go for it.
So, in this one realm, when the first boss you come across in this one realm called the Labyrinth, there's this giant fucking cube in the sky. It comes out of the sky, and then it breaks up into these other like smaller cubes, and it goes into like this labyrinth. You have to run, and they're just tumbling and falling over, or like rolling through these corridors and stuff, and you have to run through and shoot all these points on these blocks without getting your ass squished.
Oh, that's cool.
and run through. Yeah. Meanwhile, there's still floating cubes up in the air shooting down on you like a fucking like a rat in a maze.
Oh, that's fun.
Running through the whole time, and these blocks are fucking like 3 stories tall that are like toppling over and trying to squish you and shit.
Man, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, and then whenever you destroy like one spot there's like little glowing cubes on some of the sides, and you have to like work your way around to get to some of these sides, like in their paths and stuff. And whenever you destroy one, it creates a divot, and so sometimes you have to run and let the block just tumble over you. But if that divot's there, it won't squish you and shit like that. It's hectic, but it was super fun. One of the funnest boss fights I've had in a while.
I'll have to get that whenever I get paid. So
And then there's different builds and stuff. There's a lot of different like rings that give you different traits, and then there's abilities and mutations, mutators for different abilities. Like you can like super customize your build to how you want it.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to check it out. I've seen really good reviews of it. You know.
Yeah, I saw really good reviews too, and that's what made me look at it, watch some gameplay, and I was like, yeah, I've been having like a Destiny itch for the longest time, but
yeah.
I can't get back into Destiny. I tried, and it's just not happening. And so Remnant 2 came out, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it, and got it, and it's fucking sweet.
I'll probably get that next. That sounds dope.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a good time.
Yeah.
I'll definitely, if you pick it up, I'll definitely play with you because you can run through different realms with other people and still get a bunch of shit that you might not have ran across in your first run through. And then it's also randomized on what realms you get sent to first and this and
cool.
that. So yeah, it's dope.
How much was it?
Well, it's only $50.
Cool.
Because it'll be out tomorrow officially. I went ahead and just got the $70 version so I could get 3-day access to play over the weekend because I don't have anything to play over the weekend.
So it's like you get early access if you get the pre-order or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then a couple armor sets, but it's really not that crucial. But some of the bosses are fucking sweaty, like really hard.
I believe it.
And it's really fun if you play with friends and stuff.
Would you say it's harder than like a Souls game or like easier than a Souls game?
Probably easier. Like the mobs and stuff are easier, but then again, it depends on how you play too.
Yeah.
Like the build that I'm running is he's a gunslinger, and he's like a high DPS output, and so the mobs got pretty easy for me pretty quick. But I'm also on just the base difficulty too. I haven't raised the difficulty yet.
Oh, okay. There's like difficulty levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like Survivor. There's like 3 that are already unlocked, and then there's like Apocalyptic that's locked. I guess you have to like finish it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's Hardcore. You can make a Hardcore character in this game, and I don't know why the fuck you would because
You like die. It's like permadeath or something.
yes, but these bosses have one-shot mechanics and shit. Like,
That's just for fucking show offs.
dude, yeah. Once you master the game, then then maybe run a Hardcore character. But even still, like. There's just mechanics that, like, if you make the slightest mistake, you're dead. That's it. Like, that's just, and that's in that regard, it's just like Elden Ring, like, where the bosses will just fuck your day if you don't watch or learn their patterns and shit. So it's dope. Been having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
And then we played a little bit of Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
do they have the fucking Monkey Island update on that yet?
Part 1, yeah. So like, I jumped on there and played through it, and it's very nostalgic. It's amazing.
The Monkey Island thing, or just
yeah.
Sea of Thieves in general? I have never really played Sea of Thieves at all. Like,
dude, it's so much
cool.
fun.
It's very cool. The
it's so
water's beautiful.
There's so
I need
much
to play
shit to
something
do,
on my
random
Game
shit.
Pass, so I don't feel like I'm just paying for nothing. So
Dude, download Sea of
I
Thieves and play
probably
with
will.
us.
Yeah.
Because we can have 4 people on a ship.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
download that shit tonight. My internet's so fast I can actually download stuff now without it taking like a whole fucking month.
No lie, actually download that shit. Like, for real, because it's really fun. Like, doing
I
like
love Monkey Island a lot, so that's right up my alley. If
Well,
there's-
Jamel played it without me, so I wouldn't know about Monkey Island.
I'm sorry.
I'll play it with you. We'll
Yeah.
Well, start
I
a
didn't.
fucking crew, dude.
Yeah, well, it's not so. Okay, it's not like that.
It's
so
not like that.
not the
Can't
so.
start a crew.
No, you can, but the Sea of Thieves part is like completely different from the actual. Like, it's called.
It's set aside. It's an
like
adventure.
a separate thing. It's an adventure. So like you go in it. It's literally just 3D first person.
Monkey Island.
Monkey Island. Like,
Oh, that's badass.
With-
And you can play with multiplayer.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
play as co-op, but you're not using your ship for anything. At least not on part 1. I think part 2, because like you get through. It's about 2 hours to beat it. Like,
you gotta get your ship from the ship guy, probably.
Yeah, you basically like run.
That's
through.
how Monkey Island, first island is. You gotta get to the fucking used ship salesman dude and buy a ship from him.
Yeah, well, you're on Melee Island is where you're at, so it
That's
starts
where
off there.
The first game starts off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's literally, dude, it is just, to scale. It's literally exactly how you remember it. Like
That's
just walking around.
badass.
It's so cool. Like they even got like the chef and the, inside of
Oh,
the
that's
scum bar and
cool.
all that stuff. And
Yeah, I'm down. I gotta
but it's
check
got
that
its
out.
own little riddles and everything that you got to solve to try and get further. But right now there's only about 2 hours, and right whenever you get to the climax of it, like whenever what's his name shows up, LeChuck shows up, and then like is like, I'm going to Monkey Island, and then like leaves off. Then it stops right there. Like you can't follow along.
Okay, but they're gonna add more to it.
Yeah, I think they're doing 3 parts, but it's out now. It's great. Outside of that, though, the Sea of Thieves part is fucking awesome.
That's so much fun, especially like obviously it's a hell of a lot better with friends. Like if you're with a crew, like y'all can do all kinds of different activities, go treasure hunting, try to kill other ships. But we found out Jamel found out the hard way that
they're
is
tough,
fucking hard.
But the thing is so like you're in this server, and it's like this big open world. Like think of like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, like that level of like just openness, but the water is so beautiful and realistic. Like if you set yourself on like max settings, that game is beautiful. And so like you're just like going out in the sea. It's got these amazing water physics and everything, so the ship is just like just like going with the waves, and like somebody's steering, and watching the compass on the side to like make sure they're going the right direction, while the other two have to like
somebody's going below deck to check the map, and the other person is running the sails and changing the direction of the sails to catch the wind to go faster.
Yeah, it's all
That's
first person.
cool.
It's like Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time, but 3D. Like and first person.
That's cool. I'll definitely start playing that. That
Dude,
sounds fun.
Yeah,
very
it's a lot, and you can fish, you can treasure hunt.
Can you play by yourself? Because most of the time I'm getting on at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah,
and
you can play
nobody-
by yourself.
Yeah, you can run a.
Can you?
so
Will
there's,
you still have a good time? Like fucking.
Yeah.
that depends.
I think it's more fun with people because like you're going on like a a pirate adventure, and like you guys kind of set a mission. Like there's all these emissaries and like different like factions that you can take quests from, and like they get
Build
you
your
certain
reputation
things.
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very cool. And like you can literally see like another crew on a ship, like, and they went and they did all this hard work, and they have all of this like treasure on their ship that they're trying to take back to a port so they can sell it or like give it away, and you can just fucking attack their ship and like take over and like take all of their treasure and stuff. It's so cool.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Like, dude, and the kids that play this game are sweaty as fuck. Like a lot of them. Me and Tate have played it for a good while there for like a month or two. And like anytime that we tried to go fuck somebody for their treasure, we ended up getting fucked. Like the combat is admittedly really hard. Now if you're fighting NPCs and stuff, it's not as bad.
Not that bad.
But other players, unless they are just as fresh as you are getting your ass handed to you.
It's been out for years and years.
Yeah,
that's
and
why.
people are. It shows. Like the longer you play this game, the much better you get, and people have crazy strategies for shit. And like there was one time we started chasing a ship, and then before we knew it, we were blowing up. Like somebody dropped our anchor and then took a giant explosive barrel without us even realizing, and blew
They like boarded your ship.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And like drop your anchor so you get stuck. And then that's the other thing is like, so you're going, like the whole like strategy is to get side by side so you can like shoot cannons at each other or like board each other's ship, so it's like the whole time you're like running, you guys are doing these like circles, shooting at each other, taking a bunch of damage
on the passes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then as you're like trying to get back around to pass each other again, everybody's running down below deck and like fixing the ship's holes and
Oh,
like
that sounds
throwing
fun.
water
Yeah,
out of the fucking
yeah.
ship and shit.
You got to pail the water out.
Yeah.
So there's 3 different sizes of ships. A sloop is the smallest one. It's
1 to 2.
it's super maneuverable, but only 1 to 2 people can be on it. The Brigadier is the three person ship, and then you have the Galleon, which is a 4-person ship, which is huge. They get faster but harder to maneuver.
Yeah, harder to steer and shit.
Cool.
But then like the Galleon has like, I think it's like 4 cannons on each side, versus the Brigandine only has 2 cannons on each side, and then the sloop has 1 cannon on each side.
And the quests and stuff are fun too. Like you'll be riding out in the water and you'll see like this like glowing thing, and it's like a mermaid fucking haven underground that like you dive down, like you go like a mile underwater, like swim down, and then you have to like fucking fight these like evil mermaids and shit, and like
I guess they've been adding stuff to it for so long. It's probably got all kinds of crazy shit in it now.
Yeah,
that's cool.
You can just be sailing along, and then the water will turn black, and then you're fucked.
Oh yeah, the Kraken.
The Kraken. Did y'all get attacked by a Kraken today?
Not today. The last time I played, like before this, I did encounter a Kraken.
Random megalodon encounter that can happen too.
Oh, God.
That one sucks.
Can you kill it if you're good?
Yeah. If you've got if you're good, but
we're not.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. And then we had a ghost ship freaking come out of nowhere on us right after we got in this big ass fight with this little ship.
It feels like it'd be tight in VR. Fucking.
That's what Jamel was saying, dude.
Because this game, honestly, it feels like a sim. Like it feels like what it would be like if you were on a ship that you had to have like 4 people to maneuver it. Like you can't just be one person, just going on the ship. You can on the small one because you'll be going and then you'll have to run over it and move yourselves to wherever you need it and stuff. But like if we have to turn the ship around, like we're like in the middle of a fight, like everybody like runs to a spot. Yeah. Somebody will like lift the sails, and then you can actually jump on another rope and make the sail turn to the left, or like spin around and like to help with the turn so we can get going faster.
Do sharper turns or slow down.
So crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah. And like the bigger ships can't be operated like by yourself. Like it literally would just be not impossible, but just very inefficient. Because there's like multiple sets of sails and stuff. Like the galleon has 3 sets of sails. The brigandine has like 2 sets of sails, and then the sloop has 1. But on the sloop, like where the wheel is, your sail adjustments are right next to you, so you can like go off and adjust real quick and then go right back to it.
The level 2 and up though have like a gel cell on the ship.
Like
you can't you put like enemies
you can vote
there?
you can vote to put a crew member in the hold.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Tate tried to vote me in the hold today, but Jamel didn't see the vote, thankfully.
Yeah, I would have definitely put you in there. No, but it's awesome, man.
Didn't even commit a mutiny.
Yeah, let me know when y'all are playing. I'll jump on there with you. That sounds fun.
Probably gonna hop on it whenever I get home tonight.
Same.
It's just fun. Yeah, and you can fish, and you can do random shit. Like you can get a lot of cosmetics for your ship to customize it to your liking. And stuff that you can actually just unlock. Like there's a lot to be unlocked. Yeah,
not paying with real money. Like it's all about the loot that you get. The booty that you bring back. You can use that money to buy cool shit.
And the risk of like having a full boat full of loot that you just spent the last hour and a half trying to get, and then
you just hear the music start playing as like another team just like it just starts rolling. The thing is like you can get up on the crow's nest. Like I'm always like up on the crow's nest like watching. I'm like, oh shit, I see a ship out there, dude.
We got a ship to the west.
It's like, oh fuck, like
you get like old school like muskets and shit.
Oh yeah, it's
blunderbuss.
That's what I'm about to be just jumping on people's ship and just blasting them.
You can, yeah. I did that on a ghost ship and got fucked though because we came side by side like this, and I was up on the crow's nest. I jumped to their like the mast on their sail, and like you can just run across the sail, and I like dropped down, and I was just like shooting some of the the skeletons on the ship, but then they all just fucking swarmed me because they got too far from me. Couldn't really help. So it's pretty badass though. It's so fun, dude. Anyways, Brent, what you been playing?
Oh, I'm still on the Final Fantasy 16.
God dang.
I know. I think I'm getting close to the end. I've been trying to do all the side quests and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. Just still, it's all right. So far, it's about an 8 out of 10. The story's pretty good. The graphics are really good. The side quests are really boring.
Oh, man. That sounds like Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, well then, let's get into the news. We have so much of it. Just so you guys know, we are using video game news articles from around the web, and we do not claim any of these articles as our own. We're simply bringing them all to one place for you.
For me?
For Devin specifically.
Yeah, only for me.
You guys got anything?
I got like one thing.
Okay, what you got?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, hang on, let me bring it up. During SDCC, Squanch Games surprised fans with news that talking gun comedy shooter High on Life launched on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 after 7 months of console exclusivity on Xbox.
And now that no one wants to play it because
Right.
Justin Roiland's like an abuser or whatever.
And did they also announced the DLC for it there, right? Or was it already
The
announced?
DLC was already announced.
Oh,
they
they
got
showed
that horror
screenshots
DLC
of it.
coming out. Yeah, it looks pretty
the
cool.
the knife on life or something.
Yeah, your knife is a chainsaw now, and
Yeah. It's like, what's the DLC called? It's like Knife on Life or some shit
something.
instead of High on Life.
It's definitely horror themed. It looks interesting.
Is it still the same
Or
voice
High
acting?
On Knife, maybe.
High on Knife. Yeah. I think it's High on Knife. That's it. I knew it was
Yeah.
some kind of like play on knife.
Did they get somebody else to do the voice acting, or is it still
I
Justin
think it was
Roiland?
probably made before all the controversy.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah, that was
how'd they
also
do that?
announced at SDCC as like how Royland's leaving or some shit, but
Mm.
that wasn't video game news, so I didn't get it now. Who wants me?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Imagine
This will
them-
probably be one of the. Wait, what?
I was just gonna say, imagine them announcing you're leaving at like a conference, like it was like a big exciting development they have.
He's at a panel and they're like, and Royland's leaving, and they're like, bye. And he just gets up and leaves the panel. Fucking. This is probably one of the bigger news from this week. We lost another one, boys,
Uh-oh.
to China.
To China.
To China. So Tencent announced it's buying Polish developer Techland, the studio behind the original Dead Island and the Dying Light series.
Oh wow.
So yeah, in a blog
Damn.
post, Techland CEO Paweł Marchuka announced that Tencent is, quote, currently in the process of becoming the studio's majority shareholder.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, so
Tencent.
it's a buyout. Now, yeah, I guess. not
If
really.
you ever get bored, we need to be bought as well.
We've said nothing but good about you.
Yeah. Buy
love
us so you
China.
can censor us. So
China
we'll stop.
number one.
Yeah. if you just you buy us, then we can't say that shit anymore.
Hey, that's fair.
It's fair. Yeah.
We'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
for real.
We'll say some good shit. You know.
China number one.
Taiwan is not a
That's how we
country.
just-
Wait,
Thought
is
we
it
start every episode. It's like, yo, hello, and welcome to Game
our
Speak
supreme
Podcast.
Chinese
China
overlords
number one.
provide us with?
And remember, China's number one.
Is it what is it? Thailand or Taiwan is not
Taiwan is
not a country. Yeah. Oh God. All
Yeah.
right, but yeah, there's not much else to read into that. So
Okay, so the biggest news we got.
burning through them.
If a new leak is to be believed, Sony may be releasing a pro version of its PS5 console in November of 2024. Last generation saw both Sony and Microsoft release mid-gen upgrades for both of their respective consoles with the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X.
Are you mid-gen?
Yep. Right. While it doesn't seem like an Xbox Series X console upgrade is happening, at least not yet, it seems Sony may be working on an upgrade for the PS5. This is far from the first time that rumors have spread around about Sony releasing a new PS5 console. It's long been rumored that a PS5 Slim console is in development, though it has yet to be announced at the time of this writing. While the PS5 Slim console may or may not exist, holdouts may want to wait for Sony to introduce the PS5 Pro console instead. According to a report by Key to Gaming, the PS5 Pro console is codenamed Trinity and is actively being demoed for developers, with development kits being sent out by late November 2023. The report states that the PS5 Pro console will have 30 WGP and 18,000 MTS memory with consistent FPS and 4K resolution, and the ability to display an 8K resolution. Their sources believe that this new PS5 console is currently planned for release in November 2024. Okay. So,
that seems really early for a pro version.
I mean,
'Cause
this
how-
is the 4th year coming up, right? In
Is it?
2024? Yeah.
No, shut up.
It is, I think.
You're lying. I
but-
thought it's only been like 3.
I don't know, dude. I
It
don't know
seems
at
like
this
a lot
point.
too. I don't know. That's crazy.
Fucking everything's a blur since COVID.
I
don't know why.
To me, okay. To me, the Pro version seems more relevant this time around than last generation. You know what I mean? Last generation, we were all complacent with 30 FPS, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's like stuck on the 60 FPS
Yeah,
now. You know what I mean? Like,
It is 3 years.
Yeah, it'll be the 4th year next year. Yeah, because it came out in November of 2020.
wow.
So this November will be 3 years.
That's what I'm saying is next year when it comes out, it'll be
oh,
the 4th
oh,
year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
man,
then yeah, I mean,
I don't know, man.
if consoles are going to keep on the 10-year, lifespan.
And that's about mid-range
Yeah.
right there. Mid-gen.
What do you think would sell more, the Slim or the Pro? Probably the Pro.
The Pro.
Yeah, people want that increased performance.
The weird thing is like everybody's like, oh well, Xbox isn't gonna put out one, and it's like, how do we know about any of this? Honestly,
Well, I mean, they did it. They did the same thing last.
They
last
did
gen.
it too. Yeah, they did the Pro. What was
Xbox
it called?
is already like
uh,
20% more powerful than the PS5.
The One
Like,
X,
you don't really
right?
need a Pro version of the Xbox.
Yeah,
honestly.
but I mean, if Sony's gonna do a Pro, you gotta do a Pro.
I mean,
you know what I'm
they
saying?
did what was it? The One X.
The 1X.
Yeah.
They did a 1S and a 1X.
Yeah, so it was a Slim. Yeah, they did a Slim and a Pro last gen too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see though. Honestly, Xbox is different now. I guess they're more focused on Game Pass, so maybe they just don't give a fuck about it. But anything else from you guys? Okay.
I've got
Oh,
nothing
shit.
else.
All right, I got a couple.
All right.
Excuse me. Sorry. So after years of dogged commitment to its own PC launcher, Battle.net Blizzard is finally caving and releasing a handful of its games on Valve's popular storefront, Steam, and it's starting with
Saw
Overwatch
that.
2.
I wonder if Microsoft has anything
It's
to do with
Microsoft.
Probably,
Absolutely Microsoft. Like, why else would they start doing this now?
Yeah.
I appreciate that because fuck the EA launcher.
Blizzard.
I hate. No, I know. But
Oh,
I'm just saying,
okay.
all these games having their own specific
I
launchers
agree, yeah.
pisses me off.
I hate
have,
every launcher fucking that
Except
is
Steam.
Is it
not,
Steam?
Yeah. Well, I mean, or Epic. Like, just make a fucking storefront where I buy the game and then play it straight from the storefront. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, what would be better is if everything was just DRM free, like GOG, and we could just download the fucking game,
Yep, play it anywhere.
and just play it straight from the fucking hard drive
Yeah,
without any kind of
desktop, yeah.
bullshit. You know what
Desktop
I mean?
launch.
Like, I don't know.
No, yeah, I miss those days for sure.
Yeah, for sure. This one, some drama. Sony has revealed the PC requirements for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which does not require an SSD to run, despite this being a central part of the original PS5 version's marketing. Julian Hootbregs, online community specialist
That's fucking hilarious.
of porting studio Nix's Software, announced the requirements on the PlayStation blog. To run Rift Apart on very low settings, 720p and 30 frames per second, users will require an Intel Core i3-8100 or AMD Ryzen 3 3100 CPU, and why do I want to say NVIDIA? NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960 or AMD Radeon RX 470 GPU and 8 gigabits of RAM. Rift Apart can also be run from 75 gigabytes of HDD space on these settings, but the recommended and higher specs all demand 75 gigabytes of SSD space. Running on an HD hard disk drive at all is a stark difference from how Sony originally marketed the game, though. In its initial announcement, the company claimed Rift Apart was, quote, designed around PS5's ultra-high-speed SSD, adding that players will seamlessly travel through different dimensions in mid-gameplay thanks to PS5's ultra-high-speed SSD, end quote. But that was why it wasn't on PS4, supposedly. Oh, go ahead.
Hey, real quick, what up, Glacial Musher? We haven't seen you in a long time.
What's up?
Been a minute?
It's been a hot minute. How you been?
Yeah, hope you've been doing good.
But yeah, like with I don't know, man. Like, I'd like to see some YouTube videos of people trying to push this the hard drive thing to the limit. Like, how far can we go and still have a playable product here? You know what I mean?
They say it's playable as long as it's they said you can play it with like those low specs, even like with 720p and 30 frames per second. You can play the game like on a very low, on a 960, on a GTX 960. So, I mean, I don't think there's really. I think at the beginning, it was just a marketing push. They were just like, this. They didn't want to put it on the PS4. They wanted a PS5 exclusive, and this was the way that they told everybody, like, this is why we have to put it only on PS5.
Well, the PS4 still might be underperforming a 960, with an HDD.
True.
Know what I mean? Like,
you never know. Yeah, I don't even know what the equivalent of a PS4 to a GTX
graphics card
what
would be.
that would be.
Definitely wouldn't be more than like a 10 series anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lowest?
I would think it would be 960.
I think 960 would probably be
probably
about
where it's at.
equivalent, Yeah. About.
And it runs 720. I mean, I think like very few games ran at 1080.
That's facts. But
Hold
also,
on. I got you, boys.
PS4 did a lot of
Seven-
dynamic resolution.
It's
stuff.
equivalent of a 750 Ti.
Damn, so it's way less than a
750 Ti. How many gigabytes of VRAM is on a 750 Ti? Like 2?
You're
3,
asking questions. I
4.
don't have answers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That seems kind of low. That's crazy.
I mean, it is an old console.
PS4, dude.
But, I mean, just kidding.
Damn, they really, it's kind of amazing the things they did with the PS4, if that's true.
Definitely.
You know?
honestly.
Especially with The Last of Us. Like the
it's
way
really
that
impressive,
Mm-hmm. It says dimension hopping on very low settings seemingly won't be as quick as it is on PS5, though. While the game, quote, can be enjoyed using an HDD and the minimum setting requirements, the blog post said players are encouraged to use an SSD in combination with the recommended system requirements or higher to experience the game's signature dimension hopping gameplay as originally intended.
2 gigs.
Wow, okay.
Damn. Recommended settings is 1080p and 60 frames per second. Require an Intel Core i5-8400 or AMD Ryzen 5 3600 CPU or NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 or AMD Radeon.
That's the recommended settings for 1080p?
Yeah, he's at 2060.
Wow.
That,
okay.
damn.
Yeah.
And 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Okay. And that's not even like there's probably like a fucking maxed out setting. What's the maxed out setting just for funsies?
Yeah, it says while high and amazing ray tracing settings
What's
are
the
available
amazing
to
ray tracing setting?
it can be seen above, those looking to experience the fanciest of graphics on the ultimate ray tracing setting, 4K and 60 frames per second, will
4090.
they'll require an Intel Core i7
I bet it's at least a
1270.
3080. I bet. I'm just guessing. Sorry.
It's actually or
At least.
AMD Ryzen 9 5900X CPU or NVIDIA GeForce RTX 480 or 4080 GPU and 32 gigabytes of RAM. That's if you want the 4K 60 frames. You got to have a 4080.
God dang,
Christ.
man. And honestly, the CPU requirement is no slouch either. 5900
Yeah.
XT, is that what it said?
Yeah.
Or an
That's
i7 12.
No, 5900. Wait, which one were we talking about?
CPU.
the CPU.
Yeah, it was 5900. A Ryzen 9 5900.
Yeah, that's a pretty hefty. That's like that's probably the best out of the 5th gen CPUs. Like,
But
that's,
see,
that's
this
gonna
is
outperform a lot of the 6th and 7th gen like lower model CPUs probably.
this is what I was talking about though. Devin, I don't know if you could get that. I'm sorry, but could you get that message for us? What'd they say?
Oh, yeah. Glacial Musher asked what our opinion is on Elon changing the Twitter logo. Did y'all see that?
Oh, to the X.
To the
yeah,
X,
to the
bro.
X. Yeah, and then it's not tweets anymore. They're going to be X's.
That's so dumb, dude.
I just don't.
All
give
my
a fuck.
exes
I don't
live
even
on
use
the internet.
Twitter.
No,
Like I don't use Twitter, but
It
I
suddenly
only-
makes Meta seem like a lot cooler of a name.
Threads. Did you see the whole thing? The whole thing with like Threads.
No.
Like, Meta basically made a knockoff Twitter. That's like Elon. I think they're about to take like legal action against them.
because they hired a bunch of people from
Dude,
there.
they're gonna fight.
it's
I think,
literally
for
just-
real. I
dude.
really think that's gonna happen. Like,
I saw a picture of
they're
the
both
Zuck.
training.
Well, yeah, but dude, the Zuck has a big head start on
Dude,
Elon.
that's what I'm saying. He's been doing BJJ tournaments for the
Yeah.
past couple years and shit.
And I just saw a picture, like
Elon's
a recent.
little bigger though. You know what I mean?
Weight-wise,
you can't,
yeah.
You can't discount the
Frame.
size different.
I'll show you
thing.
this picture
Can't
that
when
I
it comes to
found.
grappling though. Like
Yeah.
weight doesn't really matter if you're really good at grappling. Like
Yeah, but I bet Elon's training right now with the
Dude,
best people. You
The
know what
Zuck
I mean?
is
You're not
getting.
just gonna-
He's big now. I saw a picture recently. He was standing with some MMA. I don't know if it's like the people training
he's
him.
just
or whatever.
shredded.
He's just standing there, just fucking almost yoked. Like, and I was just like, damn. Like,
What if
I
like
do think Mark Zuckerberg is gonna beat the fucking shit out of Elon.
Yeah,
Musk.
I love Elon,
Hold
but
up. What
the
if
Zuck
Elon
got
Musk like came out like last second like for the fight and he actually had that like that thing that he was the neuro
That's what I was
whatever
about to
like
say.
put into his
This
neck?
is all just a fucking crazy demo for his Neuralink, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
Neuralink.
telling you,
He
he's gonna go
comes-
out there. He's gonna fucking smoke fucking Mark Zuckerberg with like a spinning back kick
Well,
or some
they
crazy
show the
shit.
video. They show the video beforehand. He, like as he's like walking out, like it's like wrestling. Like he's like walking out to the ring, and they have the video playing behind him, and he's like knocked out, and they're like, "What do you need to know?" And he's like, "Teach me BJJ," and then it's just like, and like his eyes start like fluttering.
He's been at it for 9 hours.
And he-
I know kung fu.
Yeah, he like comes out and he just fucking just rips, dude, just fucking takes him down. And like and
That's what, I guarantee you, some shit like that is gonna happen.
yeah, and
Like,
you
fucking-
see like 40 billion people drop off the internet like for just a day, like people like the world changes like overnight, And then we go into cyberpunk reality,
Yeah, this is how he's gonna demo his fucking augmented fucking because you can't just
or
like
he's gonna have remote access by an MMA fighter.
this is the only way he can ethically fucking demo the shit.
He
You
does
know
it
what
to
I mean?
himself.
He does it to himself, and then
Yeah.
he goes out there and beats the fuck out of Mark Zuckerberg.
he lets Mark Zuckerberg break his neck and then he stands up.
Untwist the shit.
Like cuz
Repairs him on the spot.
He just starts breathing through his arms while he's getting choked.
he like stands he breaks his own neck like just to prove
just
a
to
point.
get out of the choke.
Yeah, he's like holding him in the hold. He's just like, and then just like drops
His
limp.
eyes light up. Starts like levitating across the octagon.
He's like, you don't need. What is it like? You don't need a spinal cord when you have Neuralink.
Oh my god.
Oh,
But no, legitimately though, I think the whole X thing is a terrible idea
Yeah,
because
Yeah, pretty lame.
everybody in the fucking world knows Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, and now you're gonna do a name change.
yeah.
Like you bought it with that name, you got to keep that name. You should not keep. You should not
Yeah.
change that. Like,
The Facebook thing kind of makes sense because you're changing the name of like your parent company. Like Facebook is still called Facebook. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
it's just like it's just what owns all the shit now
Yeah.
because they've branched out into so many different things. But no, changing Twitter to X and then even changing what it's not tweets anymore. Everybody knows tweets and Twitters. Like that's it.
it was really silly, but we'll see how it goes for him.
Also, he just does random shit all the time.
This is
So like,
true.
I knew this was coming. I like to see it honestly because he's like the only big corporate person who will just fucking change a huge thing on a fucking dime. Like he doesn't give a fuck. Like he's like,
Takes
oh,
risks.
here's a fucking cyber truck that no one probably
that
wants.
never
but
came out. Like,
yeah, it's still.
Actually, it goes into production this summer. Or
Really?
it went into production.
When did they
I looked,
announce it? Like
I looked that up,
2016
too.
or some shit? Fucking like.
like 19.
It was a while ago, and you could pre-order it for $100, basically. Like you could
Yeah.
pre-order one.
I looked it up like a couple days ago because I was like, I just randomly thought about it, and I was like, when the fuck are those supposed to come out? And apparently, production was slated to begin. I don't know if it's been confirmed, but it was slated to begin at the beginning of this summer.
Are they still going to be affordable? Because one of the big marketing ploys was that it's going to be like the same price as like an F-150 or something.
think
like
Which
that.
is not affordable. That's expensive as fuck.
Well, compared, comparatively.
Yeah,
You know what I
just
mean?
saying,
Like, for a fucking electric
Yeah.
truck that's supposed to like do all the shit that it claims it's going to do. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like,
I mean, that's yet to be determined. Like
the Teslas are affordable. Like the Tesla, what's the S?
Model E.
The Model E, or is it?
Model E is the
Yeah,
economy one.
Yeah,
I know you go
can get it for like
on-
30 grand.
you go on. Wow, that's pretty good.
That's like
actually.
the super base, like smallest battery, everything. Like, yeah.
It's still, it's still fucking better than a lot of cars.
I know on Turo, the like website where you can rent cars, like 60% of the cars you can rent are fucking Teslas that people are like renting out. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I guess because there's no gas or something. Like I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Low maintenance, probably. They ain't got to
Yeah.
worry about people fucking it up by putting the wrong type of fuel or something, maybe.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably more. Yeah, I'd imagine Tesla's a lot more idiot-proof. Fucking,
I've never driven one, so I don't know.
they
My
are.
sister had one. It's pretty cool.
The acceleration is just instant.
I've
Yeah.
heard it's
Like-
pretty crazy.
Well, because
yeah.
electric motors, they don't have, there's not a build-up, there's not gears to shift. It's just you apply
Vroom.
power
Yeah.
and it goes.
Yeah, it's also like so AI driven shit. Like there's like literally your whole dashboard is just like a giant iPad, and then like you have like your shit. And so like on the iPad, like you can, while you're driving, you see like a digital version of the car, what's outside of you. So anytime a truck comes by, you see like a digital truck or like a car or a van, and like if they get too close, it starts like beeping or like no matter what, it's like monitoring everything. You can see
That's dope.
stop
I
signs
like
on
that,
it. It's
yeah.
cool.
Idiot-proof.
It's idiot proof.
I need that. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I just want the self-driving. Oh yeah, we're still doing news. We got distracted on the question. Thanks for the question. That was a good little discussion. So I'll kick it off here with this other one. Eli Roth's Borderlands film heads to theaters summer 2024. So we got a San Diego or SDCC announcement.
It's
And,
gonna be so bad. He's just so bad at making movies. Other
I
than
actually
Hostel.
feel like this might be good. Okay, like I'm not a huge Eli Roth fan. Okay,
Me either.
especially
what are
not.
some movies that he's done?
He did Cabin Fever and he did fucking.
What's the green one? It was called like Green
Inferno.
Inferno.
He did Hostel. A lot of just like gore porn
okay.
movies. You know what I mean?
I mean, that could be good for a Borderlands.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I mean, if you put it in like a goofy context, it might
Yeah.
actually be kind of great.
Like
you know?
over the top gore, and then keep the goofiness of Borderlands
That's
and
what
shit.
I'm saying, because like all of his movies are just like horrifying, like just really hard to watch horror movies. You know what I mean? Not all of them, but like he did Funny Games remake, which was just fucked off, dude. Like, and that's most of his movies, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
fucking at the same time, I think if you just inject a little humor and like put it with like goofy video game people, but keep that like just trademark horrific gore, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think it'd be kind of funny.
I think
Kinda
yeah.
good.
I
you know
think
what
there's
mean?
potential there
I
for
think
sure.
there's
Yeah.
potential.
So yeah, it hits theaters August 9th, 2024.
He was also the Bear Jew in Inglorious Bastards.
No way, really?
Was that him?
That was him?
He's an actor too.
What?
Oh, he's always in his movies, isn't he?
That's not his movie. That was a Quentin Tarantino movie. But him and Quentin
yeah,
Tarantino are homies. And so, like, yeah.
I had no idea that was him.
Yeah,
That's
he got
cool.
all swolled up for it. Apparently, Adam Sandler was, like, his first pick for the Bear Jew, but then he ended up going with
Oh
Eli
my
Roth.
god! I wish Adam Sandler.
Me
would've
too.
played. That would have been so good, dude.
Can you imagine just Adam Sandler just jacked the fuck up?
That would
as,
be
like,
so
the
good,
Bear-
bro.
It would've been
I could
dope.
not have taken him seriously.
I can.
I think it would have been really good.
But there's something about comedians getting real serious about a role and just like changing the way they look and shit. Like,
Adam Sandler
He had
got
a-
some good serious role. Like
He had a role in Hostel as well, though, right? I'm not
Adam
just
Sandler.
probably.
no Eli Roth.
gets his Achilles sliced.
That would be so fucking
No,
funny.
it's been a long time since I've seen Hostel, but Eli Roth is
Killer
in
just
it
pulls
as well.
off the
I'm pretty sure.
mask. And it's just Adam. No, I can't remember if he's in. I wouldn't know because I just realized what he looks like now
Yeah.
with the fucking thing that the revelation Jamel just brought forth.
Yeah, dude. The Bear Jew.
The Bargy.
The Bear Jew. The Bear Jew's
Yeah,
real.
he was also in it.
Yeah.
He had a role in it. It's just like who else is always in there? Or Quentin
Tarantino.
Yeah, he always. Yeah.
He always makes an appearance. Stan Lee. He's still
R.I.P.
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 And unfortunately, M. Night Shyamalan. He's always in his films too. He was in Signs. He was the guy that hit his wife, or like killed Mel Gibson's wife and everything.
What?
Yeah, he's the guy who's in,
Never
who
realized that.
fell asleep for those exact 5 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, we got anything else? We good?
Blizzard admits it fucked up with Diablo 4's disastrous nerf patch. Have y'all heard anything about that?
Yeah, I
They
thought they
nerf-
fixed that already though. didn't they?
Well, this is as of the 21st, so a couple days ago.
Okay.
But yeah, they announced upcoming sweeping changes. Apparently, they nerfed a whole lot and made some stuff pretty shitty.
And people aren't happy about it.
No, not at all.
They nerfed all the classes, like every single one of them. They nerfed all of them.
Yeah,
so.
made some shit that was apparently enjoyable, not so enjoyable.
Damn.
Activision Blizzard.
Fucking just keeping the trend going.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I'm out of news. I think we're all. This
Very
was a
light
very
week,
short week.
yeah.
Yeah. But there's just to round it up, there's no hot releases this week either.
Damn.
Yeah, literally nothing is coming out right now.
Like a record short eepisode.
This whole week was just movies and shows from SDC and
Yeah.
like Barbenheimer and shit. Like
Barbenheimer.
that's what they're coining that this past weekend was Barbenheimer weekend.
Yeah, it's a bad weekend.
I think Barbie won it though. I don't know. I saw a lot
Yeah.
more people were going all out for that shit.
Honestly, it's probably a better movie. Like,
it looks funny. Honestly, I just want to see Michael Cera in a movie again, so I'm interested.
Oh, is he
He's
in
in it?
Oppenheimer?
No, he's in Barbie.
He was in Barbie?
Yeah, he plays like the weird, like it was like Ken's cousin or brother or something like that. Like it's like a legit doll that came out back in the day, and like so every character is based off a real Barbie character or like Barbie doll or whatever. And Michael Cera is like playing one of the weird like offshoot characters that are like
never
dolls.
sold.
Yeah, like basically it just looks like Michael Cera type character. It's really fun. Anyways, we're gonna chat GP trivia right now.
okay, we're going with movie questions this time.
Yeah.
The first group of questions was just super easy, so I'm moving on a little bit here. Let's see. All right, these are all pretty easy too, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, I told it to
All
make
right.
it harder, and they're only slightly harder,
Okay.
but at least they don't seem wrong. So let's go with that. All right. So question number 1. Which 1979 science fiction horror film directed by Ridley Scott features a space crew that encounters...
Alien.
Yep. See, they shouldn't have said directed by Ridley Scott. That just
Literally,
makes it-
yeah.
That gives the whole question
The moment you
away.
said that, I
Yeah,
was like,
that-
I'm going to
yeah.
start omitting things that make it too easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
All right, I'm not even going to read this whole question.
Interstellar.
Who wrote the book Fight Club that the movie is based on?
Oh
fuck. It's like, fuck. What's the first? It's a D, right? What the first letter in the name is a D, or the last name is?
What do you think, Devin?
I'm drawing a complete blank.
What's the first? What's
The first letter is a C.
Okay.
First rule of Fight Club.
You
Don't
never
talk
talk.
You
about
don't talk about the
author.
author of Fight Club.
Right,
Yeah, no, I don't know
Chuck
this
Chuck something.
Oh,
It's-
he's good.
It's like
he's
Chuck
good.
Flana.
one. Chuck Liddell.
Chuck.
I'm gonna give you at least half a point.
What's
I'll give you the first letter of the last name.
Yeah, what is it?
And if you can get close, then you win. It's a P.
Chuck. I know it's like a f sound, right? It's a p. Okay. Chuck.
You're close enough. Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah, I knew it was a weird ass fucking last name. I knew I wasn't gonna get that. I actually have like 3 of his books on my fucking bookshelf.
Yeah, he's got some weird ones, man. Fucking. There's
have to-
one that I think they should make into a movie. It's called Lullabies. It's really good. Fucking. Anyways,
Might have to get those on the audiobook.
yeah, it's really fucked off, but it's an interesting story. Question number 3. In the film Inception, Dom Cobb, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, uses a spinning top as a totem to determine if he is in a dream or reality. What is his wife Mal's totem?
Fuck.
Isn't it a coin? Or a ring?
What do you think?
It's hold on. Son of a bitch. Her isn't it like it's something it's not normal, right? It's like something different like than everybody else.
Kind of a trick question,
Yeah.
honestly.
Hers was like
It's not what you're thinking, probably, though.
Something about reflection? No. I don't.
You want me to just tell
I
you
don't
guys?
know.
Yeah,
It's
what
been
is
so
it?
long since I've seen Inception.
She also has a small spinning top.
Oh,
They
you
have the exact same thing.
Oh,
bastard.
okay. I thought it was something completely different.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
I think it was a
Question-
spinning something. That's why I thought it was like a spinning like coin or a ring because I remembered it being spinning.
Yeah.
I just remember her like, didn't she like? I'm spoiling the movie right now, but didn't she like kill herself because she couldn't like determine what was real and what wasn't anymore, or something like
I
that?
don't remember that part at all, honestly.
Well, and there's also
I
at
don't
the
really
end of the movie
remember.
when he spins his top and it never stops,
Yeah.
and he walks away from it.
Well, that's up to you to decide. According to Christopher Nolan, I watched an interview with that because people asked him like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "It didn't continue spinning." He's like, or maybe it did. He's like, "We don't." He's like, "That's up to you." Basically,
Ambiguous and
yeah. He's like,
bastard.
"We leave it up
Fucking
to."
cock-
He said he'll never
cocksucker
answer it. Basically,
What a piece of shit.
All right. I got one more for you
It's
at
very
least.
Christopher
Okay.
Nolan-esque.
All right. What critically acclaimed 2010 movie tells the story of a young girl in a mental institution who escapes to a fantasy world to cope with her traumatic experiences?
whoa,
What?
2010.
Yes.
Was
It
this a
was-
remake of
It
something?
was super popular. Had Natalie
Oh.
Portman in it.
Fucking and it's like an action movie type shit, right? No, wait.
Wait, hold on. 2010 movie. Natalie Portman. She's in a mental institution.
And
Oh,
escapes to a fantasy land.
is this? No, it's definitely not
Not
that.
V for
No, I was gonna say V
No.
for Vendetta. I was
No.
like, wait,
That is
hold on.
not a fantasy land.
Not at all. And she wasn't in a mental institution either. I don't know. Black Swan.
You got it. Wow.
Yeah, that's the only other one I
I
could
never saw
think
Black
of.
Swan.
It was a good movie.
Honestly, I didn't either.
It was
so
good.
I have no idea.
It's very tense. Like the whole movie. You're.
I was like, isn't it like highly accredited? Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, there you go. Good job, guys. Way to go.
We did some of them. We got
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got like 2.5.
I would have never got the Black Swan thing. You know, so
I
that's a good one
don't
there.
know how I got that because she's not really in a mental institution. I guess she is.
I'm just reading what the things.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said,
no.
I've never seen the movie, so I don't know about that one. You know what I mean?
If you would have been like, she's like a skater, like I would have been
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, Black Swan, obvious.
And
yeah.
I helped.
Thought
Yeah.
she was like a ballerina. See, I didn't even watch the movie.
Or she was a ballerina. Yeah, but fucking
A skater.
I was thinking ice skating.
She was a skater girl.
She's in a mental institution. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that one again now. But remember, guys, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy at GameSpeakPodcast.com and China's #1. The show posts for every Wednesday on all podcast platforms. But you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast and Facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to join us in the rest of the GameSpeak community at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast. Check out our other video content on YouTube. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle Jamel, Brent at Brent has 1, that's the number 1, and Devin at Devondrius. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners.
Later.